Hey everybody, this is Darkside Elite here, and I wanted to do this video because I heard some news that WB is in talks of doing let's start it off. Because of the success of Joker, now they're thinking, oh, you know what, let's start, the media is trying to project that WB is now in line to do more villain driven films like the Joker, more character study pieces and such like that. Um, Everyone, there's rumors of them wanting to do a Lex Luthor driven film. Um, what's my thoughts about it? I think it's the stupidest thing to do. They want to do Lex Luthor as a president. Okay, so what are you gonna do? A political drama film about Lex Luthor trying basically at the strongest seat in the world, and what is he gonna be doing? Political stuff. If you really want to watch a Lex Luthor in the White House, go watch go watch Kevin Spacey's TV show. That's Lex Luthor in the White House. Okay, I'm sorry. I mean, what the heck you want? It's a TV show. It's free. You don't have to freaking make anything about it. His whole the whole purpose of him becoming president of the United States was to just to give a gigantic fu to Superman. So unless Superman's in the movie, no one's gonna care. Okay, the Joker film, from what Todd Phillips did, he made that movie as a character study of what would happen if the world kept kicking a man while he was down and suffering a mental illness. How would he react and what would he do? Okay, but what about Lex Luthor? Okay, what about him? So what? I mean, he's president of the United States. He achieved what he wanted. That's what he achieved. We're gonna watch him, the rise and fall of Lex Luthor as president of the United States. Okay, well, the reason why he became president of the United States is because he wanted to say "f you" to Superman. That was in the comics. So I personally don't understand why WB would even want to touch this. I wouldn't. I will leave it the hell alone. Um, any character driven, a villain driven film that would be phenomenal to make. And that's the reason why I wanted to do this, because I thought about it at my day job, and it dinged on me. And I will bring this up even to Hawk. um I know one villain would be perfect for this, and it could be a documentary. It could be a documentary about this villain, the rise of this villain, to the pinnacle point when he realized when it was time for him to say, when he felt that it was time. And the only villain I could think of that would be perfect for this is Vandal Savage. Vandal Savage would be perfect for this type of a film, for these type of character driven films, because his life is very well interesting, because he's 50,000 years old. He's been around since the dawn of caveman, the start of the Homo sapien caveman, not the not the neo caveman that basically was disfigured. No, he was at the cusp of when man was about to start fire and all this other stuff. So he was at the dawn of mankind. You could easily write that. Two, you could write that it's a historical documentary. He's basically telling his side of the story of everything that was going on in the world, and he had a pivotal a pivotal mark, or he made things happen. You could say that he's the one that started the bubonic plague. You could say that he's the one that started World War One, which inadvertently started World War Two. That was outside of his norm. He didn't want that. You could say that he's the one that started the slave trade. He's the one that started the slave trade that rules the world for close to thousands and thousands of years. He started it. You could say there's a lot of things that he did that ushered mankind into different realms of evil or good. You could also say he's the one that advanced mankind to the point using technology, because he's been around for so long. Of course he's going to have ideas, and those ideas are going to flow. He's vast so much wealth across the world. He's the richest man in the world. There's nobody that could beat him in wealth. He has so much because of his names and what he's done over the millennia. So there's a lot you could do with Vandal Savage, and make it a documentary. And at the end, he realizes that humanity is never going to bow to him again. You could say that over the millennia, they reviewed him as a god. They called him Heracles. They called him Alexander the Great. They called him at one point Genghis Khan. You could say there's a lot of names over the millennia he's been called that that makes sense. Like Alexander the Great died in the cliffs of the Himalayan mountains because he was stupid. No, he plotted that to make sure that he knew that one day he's gonna have to disappear off the face of the planet. He can't be around for very long because if he knows he's around for so long, people are not gonna see are not gonna or not even that. Okay, I scratch that. He basically he knew he was gonna make it, but then a freaking his enemies created a landslide and basically almost killed him. So he had to disappear because no person is supposed to be. There are times when he was not supposed to be revered as a god. So he had to keep himself mortal, so he could create a legacy. So there's things that you can write in there. I mean, some of these ideas can fall flat. It's fine, but there's ways you can write Vandal Savage. So he had to hide the fact that he's a metahuman and stuff like that. And then he sees that the world is changing and he doesn't know what to do about it. He knows about the Greek gods. He knows about mysticism. He knows about the magical realm. He also knows there are aliens out there. There's a lot of things you can write about Vandal Savage that he's very acknowledgeable. He's way more interesting than Lex Luthor as president, in my personal opinion, as a political drama. I wouldn't do that. I'll do a documentary historical piece about Vandal Savage over the millennia from the Bronze Age all the way up to, let's say, modern day, modern 80s. That's a lot. Or during the American Industrial Revolution, you can write all the way up to that. There's a lot that happened in history. So there's a lot of things you could do and really showcase that there's a lot right there. That's 3 movies right there. So Vandal Savage is way more interesting as a character study piece than Lex Luthor. I'm sorry, he is. Lex Luthor's whole premise revolves around Superman. Vandal Savage really doesn't. Joker doesn't revolve around Batman. Okay, he really, in one way, he does, but the character of who he is does not revolve around Batman. It's what he does after he's the Joker that revolves around Batman. That he wants to take down the guy that's going to try to fix the city. No, he ain't fixing nothing. And that's how Joker sees it. He's not fixing anything. And that's why I feel that Joker is a much better villain than in some ways than Lex Luthor. He's a way better villain than Lex because he's a lot more complex. So I'm gonna leave it here. Like, comment, share, subscribe down below. What do you think? If you think I'm fully ass, hey, that's cool. If you think that the Joker movie was a great one-off and you should see some sequels, hey, put it down. Let's talk about it. But what do you think? Do you think that Vandal Savage would be a great type of movie for them to do? And that could be their link. That could be their movie to link all their movies together, talking about that he did this and this and this this is what started this and this and this, which instituted this and this and this. A plus B equals C, and then you have D, E, F, and then F led to basically Z. I mean, F led to T, but you're not there yet because he plotted this all the way back to A. So it just makes a lot more sense if you do things that way, and that's how you can make a true universe around Vandal Savage. And then have Vandal Savage as the main bad guy, and then guess what? Introduce Darkseid next. Darkseid could be the next guy, but Darkseid has been plotting this way before even Vandal Savage. He's been plotting and scheming for a long time. You could easily do things like that, but that's what I think. But like I said, comment, like, subscribe, and share down below. What do you guys think? Also hit that bell. I'll be trying to do some recordings. If my internet doesn't go out, I'll try to have some more stuff available. All right, you guys have a great one. Have a great night. Bye bye.